Alright, so what are we doing?
You tell me.
I don't know. Face.
I'm playing Pikachu. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm jealous of you right now. I'm just letting you know.
I just Pikacha'd all over him.
Are you winning?
Yeah, I'm playing Volt Tactical. I'm Volt Tackling across Smashville, back and forth.
Are you winning?
Yes. I killed myself twice because I decided to do it fully charged Volt Tackle in the opposite direction of the ledge. That, but that's okay. I'm winning.
Me
Fuck
too.
you, Captain Falcon.
Show me your moves.
Are you playing against the computer?
Playing, yeah, level 9, bro. It's serious business.
Play online. Are you serious?
Level 9. Fuck niggas up. Oh, Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle recovery because you can Volt Tackle twice.
Didn't know that. I've been recording this whole time.
I'm glad. I was gonna do that, and then I just stopped. I was like, damn it. Whenever I hit record, people stop talking, and then I was like, okay, stop. And then he's just like, Pika! And I'm like, fuck.
I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah, like that.
I almost got the finishing blow.
I don't really care. I just record everything. So what are we talking about? Because I don't know what we're doing.
I have the sheet in front of me. It's nothing.
You have a sheet?
Yeah, a piece of paper with words on it.
You taking a sheet?
What?
You're taking a sheet?
Yeah, I'm taking a sheet.
Ah! It's fun.
It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
What?
Ha.
But basically, we're gonna talk about basically we're gonna say hello. We're going to talk about
Hello.
new packs and stuff coming out,
Hello.
and then we're gonna have a topic to talk about
Hello.
for the podcast, and then that's it.
Hello.
Yeah,
I got the hello part done.
the whole part's easy.
Hello part.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello!
So, before we
I win!
yeah, Pikachu. James, I'm so jealous you're recording
We're
this.
channel my Wii. And it's completely useless because I don't know what to download.
What's up?
I homebrewed my Wii.
Oh.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you need. I'll just copy my SD card and give it to you, basically, if you want what I have. Alternatively, you can Google IGN and because IGN has a really good tutorial of how to download it.
Yeah, I was checking out a bunch of them. I was going to download Project, oh not Project, fucking, Brawl, but then I realized I had to delete all my maps and I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, Brawl Minus is more difficult to find than Project M.
Brawl Minus is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I tried download Brawl Plus, but I just didn't feel like it.
Brawl Plus sucks anyway. They balanced it by making it less fun instead of more fun. They were like, everyone should be as bad as Ganondorf,
Sounds good.
right? Instead of everyone should be as good as Mennonite, they made everyone as bad as Ganondorf.
Yep. Alright, so do we have the hello part done yet?
No, we didn't even start yet.
Oh. Well, I did.
So what's the plans for,
I don't know. I'm
right
just
now?
face it.
It's on the piece of
Like I said, there's an intro, there's a new section, then there's a topic, and that's it.
So
we have some cool music as like a filler, so...
I'm gonna edit that in. I don't have it right now. But
Ooh.
I'm not editing anything. I'm just gonna be like,
Ooh, you get
okay.
all crazy with your editing.
Yeah, so like, alright guys, this is Jim Man 11 here with a super podcast, here's some music. And then everyone just sits there for 3 minutes, listens to some shitty song you picked out, like Bluegrass or some shit. And
Alright, now you don't have to get hating on
alright,
some
alright,
bluegrass,
I'm
man.
gonna go put away steak sauce and I'll be back.
Oh my god. James, you just went in on your life. I'm just letting you know.
Yo, I like bluegrass. I like country. I like these things.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Though, I have been listening to more of Spotify. I have been. so he can't completely hate on me for what I listen to.
Before I really start talking, well, morph has.
I'm back without steak sauce.
Alright. And Morph, you really can't hate on me because I have been listening to your Spotify lately. As in lately, I
So I
mean by
hate on
like
you
this.
because you listen to my Spotify playlist.
Yeah, and by lately I mean today.
And that grants him immunity from bluegrass.
But Miguel and Matthew Zagilla listen to it, so
Oh well.
must mean Anthony Valenti's playlist is really, really gay.
You an egg.
I don't know how I feel about them following me on my playlist. It kind of creeped me out in a weird way.
Oh yeah, when we went to Miguel's house and he was just like, he had
I'm
that
on his
up.
computer and Anthony Valenti's playlist is up, and I'm like, okay, I guess so.
At least he wasn't searched on their computer.
What?
Bro, I was learning yo-yo, right, by myself, and then you were searched because yo-yo and you, okay?
Oh yeah.
Makes sense?
Same.
I wasn't searching how to take dick, okay? Or else I would have searched myself in like Miguel. That didn't really make too much sense. But
Mm-mm.
pretend it did for me, please.
Okay.
Great. So what's on the piece of paper?
All right, before
Say hello.
I'll tell us in a second, but I just want to know, what do you think I should call the podcast when I introduce us?
Hello podcast, we suck. And then you say hello.
Poopcast? No.
We're Poopcast.
Those are the ideas I had. They're all bad.
Alright, well. People might... I just lost about like 10 subscribers because they're like, oh, this sucks.
Are you live streaming this?
I'm not live streaming, I'm just recording. I don't
Scrapper's doing what?
know. I'm just well, I have a recording of a screen that says like J11 and has all our names in it.
Well, that's your fault for not editing it. Like,
I don't want to edit. It's like-
that's why I'm gonna
Wait,
get started in
what,
like 5
what
minutes.
what'd you lose subscribers for?
He's saying he's gonna lose subscribers if he puts this shit up because it's been.
You really think someone's gonna be like, ugh,
well, there's no steak
this is
sauce.
so bad, I can't handle Jim Man 11 anymore.
There's no steak
This
sauce.
will be the video.
There's no steak sauce.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
mean?
probably why they left. They were only staying
Really?
for the steak sauce.
They were only staying for the steak sauce.
Steak sauce?
Yes, they stayed for the steak sauce.
What else would they stay for?
Honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. We've been talking about brawl and steak sauce and Pika bitches.
That's a pretty good
And
lineup
you-
of topics.
Alright.
Yeah.
Better than I have.
I think your generic subscriber will enjoy these topics.
Alright, yeah, that's that. Alright, my mood's changed a little bit.
I can name something.
I just wrote one.
But no,
Why not?
that's bad.
I think it's pretty good. It's got my name in it.
Okay,
What is it?
Yu-Gi-Oh podcast featuring Michael Lombard, Andrew Bergen, James Ward, and Anthony Valenti. It rolls right off the tongue.
Okay, I can deal with that.
I'm
I like your suggestion, Andrew.
Thank you.
It's funny because it's just poop in it.
That was the joke.
Is that what it was? Alright, I got this one.
The joke.
Welcome to the
Ready?
podcast.
You know how most podcasts are called podcast? You know what would be really funny? If we called it Yu-Gi-Oh! Cast.
Ah.
Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a podcast.
That's so clever.
That's funny. I would have laughed at
That rolls off the
I knew
tongue.
I would.
How about steak sauce? The steak sauce podcast.
Not feeling it, James Ward. I'm sorry.
Duck sauce?
No.
Soy
He's
sauce?
trying to be original. He's like duck sauce.
Soy
No, it's
sauce?
No, you don't.
Oh. Alright, I'm just gonna start naming things in the row.
Well, like, I don't think we really need a name because, like, realistically, nobody's gonna listen to this.
Yeah, that's true. I just need to know what to refer to us as at the beginning, like when we go, okay, ready, go. You know, like.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast featuring Michael Lombard, Andrew Bergen, James Ward, and Anthony Valenti.
I can dig
You
that.
could shorten it up to Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast featuring Anthony Valenti.
Can I just shorten it to Anthony Valenti?
That's the podcast name?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are we talking about?
I'm just gonna go with what I had, and I have like a pre-scripted intro, and it's horrible. You're gonna deal with it.
I'll just play music over it and hope the subscribers can hear it.
Guys, I think I got
That's
it.
a good idea.
I think I know what we can call it.
What's that?
Buttcast.
Perfect.
Yes.
Can we just call it like? Oh, never mind. All right, fuck it.
Well, we'll call it
Alright,
Buttcast
let's move
2,
on.
just in case.
Because we're here for like 2 hours discussing this name.
All
I
right.
think it's better off you just say it unnamed fucking...
But I have a clever intro. It's
Is it really
important.
clever?
Oh, it's
Sure
so
it
clever.
is.
If we call the thing podcast phase, I can say, "Welcome to podcast phase." Oh wait, no, that's not right. Start over. I'll just gonna kill myself.
That was
Please
so
continue.
clever. I can't believe you came up with that by yourself.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is horrible.
Fine. Because the phase for that.
That's the genius behind it.
What if it said enter podcast phase, and then later on we said like
Yeah, that's how we
enter
end it.
main phase.
Why don't we
1,
call it the
but that
we
was
weekly
the end.
Spooty Man?
That was the end of the podcast.
The weekly Spooty Man.
Yo,
Listen, I'm
there's
telling
this
you.
bug on my wall, man, and I'm like freaking out, man.
James, you're afraid of
What kind of bug is that, man?
probably called the
Just
spider.
call it Team Spooty Man weekly updates.
All right,
and then just,
I'll be right back. I gotta kill this
just call
bug.
it Alex
I'll
Decorated
be right
blog.
back.
No, see, if I call it podcast phase, I could say,
How am I gonna
I
kill
could
this
say
thing?
that you're entering podcast phase and you're passing priority to us, the hosts, and then I can introduce us. I told you it was so clever.
All right, I'm back. Killed it.
Alright, I'm gonna go kill myself. Alright, bye guys.
Reporters are very smart, and
Alright.
they're gonna yell at us because to them, priority.
Oh,
You're right.
but they're wrong.
I killed the bug.
Shut up.
We should say that we're passing like magic cylinder to them because that's something that scrubs like.
Alright, let's just go. Alright.
Passing, we're letting them draw the card that is us from Dark Bribe, because Scrub's like that too.
Yep.
Anywho,
So,
let's start the...
They're allowed to single sack their 8-star, allowing us to enter.
Single outplay their opponent with the deck devastation virus.
with the
Oh,
Asian.
I'm gonna call it Outplayed the Podcast. That's perfect.
Okay, Raph.
Oh.
What if we call it Devastation Podcast?
What do we call
What
it?
if we just called it...
Trent.
Trentcast.
How about that?
Like Nicola Podcast.
What is it called? I can't see anything on
Alex
screen.
Phillip Podcast.
Alex Decalo Podcast.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna start this.
Alright. How about this one then?
Bunch Devastation Podcast. This is the worst. Okay, I'm just gonna start this thing, okay, guys?
Yeah, just start.
Okay, I'm recording now.
I've been
I was
recording for
recording
like
before.
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so this is our generically named podcast about Yu-Gi-Oh! We have with us James Ward. Say hi, James, so they know your voice. Because it's just an audio podcast. James, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, there you go. Andrew Bergen is here. Okay, and then Morph is also here.
Morph.
Okay.
Hey there.
What to do?
You guys are the worst at podcasts. What the hell?
Hey there.
Well, I was aware I was supposed to, but...
Yeah, I introduce your name, and then you say so you know what your voice sounds like. And I'm Face, and I'm your bad host of horribleness. Yeah. Thanks, Morph. I needed that transition.
Trent the Jam.
Every time I need a transition, you'll just cough awkwardly.
Trent,
Okay, so
It was a regular cough.
Trent the Jam.
so I feel like I guess we should talk about what this podcast is even for, because why the hell are we even having it?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
To
Well, one, I just want to get content on my YouTube channel, and James probably does as well.
Yeah.
And two, it's something to pass the time because I'm bored.
I could be sleeping. I'm sick.
How are you?
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm sorry.
I sound like the guy from the Allstate commercials.
Yeah. Exactly. You can say whatever you want.
And that's
Press.
Allstate's stand. Are you in good hands?
Yes. Yes, Andrew. You can say whatever the hell you feel like.
Trent? Alright. Alright, what are we doing, man?
Okay. So, I guess so that the listeners can get to know us, I'd like to go around and...
Oh my god, are we
Like
gonna
a
do just one
fun-
of those gay games that says like, oh, I'm James and I like the color blue.
Oh, yeah. Just say what your favorite card is. Go.
Trent the Jam.
Seriously.
This
Does anyone have ever a favorite card at all?
A favorite
Trent is
card?
my favorite card.
Favorite card. It's not that hard. Just... I mean,
Morphtronic stapling.
you know.
I was looking at a stapler when you said that, Morph. I don't have a favorite card.
Okay.
Alligator Sword Dragon. I'm just gonna say that because it came to mind. I'm gonna stick to it.
Okay. Andrew, what's your favorite card?
We're trying to stapling.
My favorite card.
Yeah.
Serene Psychic Witch.
Okay.
Is my favorite card.
That's so great. What's your favorite card, Face?
Man,
Probably Forbidden Lance.
bird face.
That's so cool.
You're
Yeah.
so
Hidden
cool.
Lance is really cool.
I like that card.
Alright.
Alright, so, I mean, everyone seems to be down on, like, the whole talking idea on a podcast, so, yeah.
I guess so.
If you guys don't want to do this, we can just cut it.
No, I'm fine. I'm just oblivious as to what we're discussing. So I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm just
waiting
getting
for
us to-
response.
I'm just getting us to talk, you know,
Oh,
just...
yeah, I got you.
No,
I'm in
no.
a spinning chair right now, and I'm really, really amused. So, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yep. Alright, so what are we talking about right now?
Alright, I just had a few quick topics to talk about just so that they can get to know us, because they don't really know any of us. Well, they know you, James, and kind of me, but...
Everyone knows me.
Everybody knows Morph.
Everyone.
Everybody.
I was just going to ask what decks you guys have been playing lately.
Fuck if I know. I've been playing Worms. And I sound like a scrub saying that. So,
Justify. Go ahead.
Worms with 20 traps, and I poop on your day. And then I'm like, poke for 18, poke for 18, poke for 18. You like, do something. I'm like Nebula, and I win. It's just a really fun deck that's just like, kind of controls everything my opponent does. And then justifies it by pushing their shit in with worms, and then they look like a piece of shit. So, it's a strong, powerful
Why
deck.
do you think
What's up?
that you could play?
Like, why do you prefer Worms over Tech Genis or something?
'Cause
Heroes.
TGs are
Another
TGs.
He likes the inconsistency.
I guess so.
Oh, seriously, why do you prefer them as your anti-meta deck of choice?
Though I do feel like Worms versus Heroes is kind of a similar matchup. I feel like Worms I just love Nebula as a trap card. Being able to, like... the reason I started playing the deck was because, you know, everybody had to read every card. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this? So, that was my advantage when I started playing the deck. And then Nebula was just like, I win. Whereas Heroes were playing, yeah, they had their Gemini Spark, which I wish Worms had, though they have their,
You have Offering.
yeah, we
Thank you.
have Offering, but it's not a draw card. But the thing is, their thing is they'll get out big beaters that I'll just bottomless and I'll deprison. Whereas with my stuff, I'll play like, I'll go summon and they'll bottomless or try to do things that I don't really care because I'll be able to bring everything back and book everything and compulse everything and play 20 traps, and it's very controlled. So my goal isn't to bring out big beaters like every other deck. It's just to be able to control my deck, control my opponent, manipulate my opponent, and then just win. Tech Genis just fuck Tech Genis, essentially.
That's fine. That's. I mean, I appreciate that you explained that in depth. That's what I've been looking for, basically.
Yeah,
what about you, Andrew? What have you been playing lately?
What have I been playing?
I don't know.
I have been playing a number of decks.
As usual.
Yes, my favorite of which have been probably Lancer Frogs. along with Monarchs.
What other stuff?
Well, I generally don't play meta because,
Well, none of us here do. That's why I like this group.
yeah, this is true. I don't play meta because I think it's more fun to actually take your opponent by surprise at times. Lancer Frogs have been my favorite lately because I've been toying around with a number of fun tech cards, which is what's so much fun about it. I can bring out awesome cards like Shining Elf, which
Is that
is a
card even good?
1600 level 2 XCs that you can go to rather than Gachi. And to make it, when opponent summons a monster, you can detach, make it lose 500 attack points.
I really like Shining Elf. I feel like I prefer him over Gachi right now.
Plus, you can bring out the Daigusto Phoenix
I
thing.
agree, but when people read Shining Elf, it appears that it says like you can only do it once. But you can actually essentially turn Shining Elf into a 26 beater by detaching twice,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Plus,
And then on top of that, I just think Rise is really strong right now. There's a card, Spiritual
What's it called?
Spiritual.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my feed was messing up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's just basically like tribute one water monster, look at your opponent and discard one, which is ridiculous. Because for one, but you get the knowledge of your opponent's hand. Use it with and if you
Alright, is it me lagging or is Bergen coming in really choppy?
I think Bergen's just a robot.
Bergen was coming in. Basically, what he was saying was,
No.
Spiritual War Art's a cool card. It gives you a huge advantage in the game, and that's like part of the reason he's playing the deck.
Plus, what's also cool about that deck is you can go into that Daigusto Phoenix thing pretty easy. That card's really good.
Card
I was
suck
doing-
fucking cock.
Yeah, I agree with Anthony. I don't think that card's very good.
You don't think it's
I'm
good?
doing this combo that Face seems to hate.
I don't
That is-
hate it. I just you overestimated the power.
Oh no, I just think it's so cool that you can summon Ryza, and then just straight up go double attack, and then that's like over 6,000 on the board from those two cards.
I mean, it's a lot of damage, but it doesn't really offer you any sort of advantage. If you're already controlling the game, it'll help. But if you're not, it's not going to do anything. So,
Yeah, but it's not something that you have to go into. There's also a number of other options. If you can go into that and you're in a controlling state, that's a which is why I'm so excited about it.
All right, that's a good point.
Alright, what about you, Morph? What are you playing?
I've been playing windups, which is a change up for me in the past month. But with the past 2 years that I've been playing, I've been usually making the deck Mortronics, which sounds really, really shitty, and in some ways it is. But I don't know, I've worked it out that I don't know, the deck's pretty consistent at this point. I worked in 2 Watchdogs into the deck, and I pretty much just use it as a synchro-based deck to go into Puree and Burrito. But yeah. I mean, as much as I'd love to explain my deck choice to you, I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with windups, and I would take way too long explaining this Mortronic deck, so I'm going to choose to pass.
Okay. Well, it's interesting that you went to Morptronics right now, especially at the end of the ban list. I mean, at the end with the ban list coming up.
Windups or Mortronics?
Well, that you've gone to you've gone to windups now at the end of the format.
Yeah.
Kind of an awkward time for you to do that, but
Yeah, everything's cheap, so I figured I'd make it.
Yeah.
Well, weren't you also playing the junk box stuff, like whatever it's called, where it was Monster Mash?
The what?
The Monster Mash stuff.
Monster Mash.
It was a Windup Monster Mash. I was playing it for a little bit. I have the deck assembled, not entirely. It's like spread throughout my binder. But I'm using the cards I have in my Monster Mash inside of my Windup deck, so I don't really plan on playing it anytime soon.
I like that deck.
I like it too.
Alright, moving on. What else we got next?
We are going to move into the news. basically.
News, transitioning music.
Talk about. Yeah, there'd be transitioning music here.
This is the news.
Alright, that's my attempt.
Yes. That's awesome. All right, so I have on here like we could review the ban list discussion that we had. But like I don't know if you guys want to do that at all.
I'm so tired of that ban list.
As much as, what do you mean, like, review it? Just kind of...
Just like talk about how the ban list is coming in. Like we're gonna know exactly what's on the list in probably 2.5 weeks. So I feel like it's
Damn,
coming up
it's
pretty.
approaching fucking quick.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, like
Fuck that, I don't want to go back to school.
we're gonna know relatively soon, and I feel like if we're gonna talk about it, you know, may as well talk about it now.
It's semi-related, but I've been really itching for True Nade now.
Yeah, I feel like Trinade
Really, really bad.
would be a lot of fun to have
Yeah, I
right now.
Oh, heavy band. I want a slower format. It's way too fast right now.
Like Trinade would slow down the format. That's a good thing. So that's a good point. Yeah, I always forget that it slows it down.
I like playing very trap heavy decks, so when it comes down to it, I kind of would prefer Trunade, even though I think heavy is a little more stoppable. But I think it would not fuck me over as much, and I can take 2 cards out, so I don't have to find negation for heavy, and I can just play better cards.
If you really wanted negation for Trinade, you could get it because there's a new card coming out that does exactly that. It negates Trinade. I don't remember what the name of the card is, but
Trunade negate.
basically it's a counter trap and it negates Trunade. It also negates Compulse, anything that would return a card from the field to the hand. And then when you negate the card, you also make your opponent discard, which is cool because of the negation of Trinade. But if the card is destroyed when it's face down, like if your opponent MSTs it, then you get to draw a card. So it's like Miracle Synchro Fusion.
It seems pretty good.
I feel like that'd be cool to have. So
It seems really solid. What's that card called?
I don't know. It's coming out. If it's not in Return of the Duelist, it's in the set after. I'll go look for it now.
I attempted to go on the card tips for Giant True Nade and found nothing.
All right. Well, I'm going to.
We'll find something eventually for the.
Can I maybe type in a dual net or something?
Released or no?
Huh?
Is it released?
No, it's either in Return of the Duelist or the set after.
Let me just type the card effect into Google and then see what comes up.
I don't know. I tried to type in the description on whatever, and I couldn't find it. Really nowhere.
Negate the Trunade and then the Miracle Synchro. Yeah.
Essentially.
Word for cards that... Alright, Bergen. Get on my shit.
Alright, what else do you want to talk about with the ban list? Because we kind of covered in 4 videos what, like...
I think the only thing I really would have wanted to touch on the ban list is things we have forgotten.
Like what?
I don't know. I almost wanted to talk about Pot of Avarice.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I mean, how do people feel about it?
I think it's fine where it is. Like,
Think so?
well, think about it. Windup's just 1 Nats. So, imagine if they had 2 Avarices, how broken that'd be.
He's not saying go to 2.
I'm
He's saying
go to
ban.
2. I'm saying ban Avarice.
I don't think Avarice
you
is
have
1 is broken.
Avarice.
Yeah, no, we really needed
It's-
it at 2, actually.
Well, here's the thing. I don't
It's-
see any reason to ban it.
Alright, ready? This is its cost, okay? Select 5 monsters in of the day. Mario, alright? This is a disadvantage.
No, it's also...
You have 3 Grappas engraved and you don't want to put them back. You're like, oh.
Chamber.
No, I hate drawing 2.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, in a deck that could play in Pot of Avarice, the advantage is putting them back, and the draw 2 is just an advantage on top of it.
I guess. I don't think...
It's like, by the
It is
way,
the
now that you've
icing
helped yourself
on
already, you
the
draw
cake.
Skull Plus. It's Pot of Greed on fucking steroids.
It really is. It's almost better than Pot of Greed. Let's have that discussion. Who thinks it's better than Pot of Greed? Because I
I'm
definitely do.
almost tempted to say it is.
I haven't even
I don't-
thought about it, but I
I've
kind
heard
of
people
agree.
say that before. It always pisses me off, but I'm starting to agree with it.
Like, how would you guys feel if that got banned? Or would you feel better if that got banned and we got Pot of Greed as a straight trade on the ban list?
I'd probably get pretty mad if that happened.
Well, no, that's stupid.
I know it's stupid, but If you really truly believe that that's out of greed, you know.
Well, think about it, Face. You're
Okay.
the way that they were like, oh, when they probably made Pot of Avarice, they were like, oh, we're putting cards back in the deck, so they're not drawing the cards that are left in the deck. So now we're making it harder for them to draw what they want. Now it's just like, if you were to just play Pot of Greed, like after your graveyard or banish, whatever the fuck it is completely stacked, you're drawing into what you need. Pot of Avarice was one of those cards that is just like, alright, let's put stuff back in the deck so it's harder for you to draw what you need. I think that'd be a terrible trade-off.
I mean, yeah,
It's
that's
balanced
true, in theory.
Well, realistically, I mean, depending on the deck, I'd almost say I'd rather get Pot of... Well, my opponent playing it, I'd rather them play Pot of Greed versus Avarice. I mean, the first deck here is Windups, but I mean, we're talking about the list in September, and we don't know what's going to happen on Hunter, but...
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, realistically, when you said... I hate Pot of Greed almost as much as I hate Avarice, so, I mean...
Like, they're both unfair cards, so I guess it's
So
not
I
really...
can't say, oh yeah, I love that. So,
Yeah.
you know, realistically, I'm going to have, you know,
I mean, the thing. How do you think it would impact the meta if Pot of Greed were back?
Well, it's obvious that every deck would play it,
Yeah, which is why it's not going to come back in the first place.
because not every deck plays Avarice, that's the thing.
What?
Not every deck that plays Avarice. Like,
Yeah.
But that's a good point to touch on, because, like, some decks can't play Avarice, and are those decks at a disadvantage? I'd say they are. So maybe it'd be more fair, because at least everybody could play it, you know?
Yeah.
I just personally think that Pot of Avarice is fine where it's at. I don't think it needs to get banned. Actually, fuck it. Pot of Avarice to 4. We're fine.
No.
I
like that.
like to... what's your justification for leaving it at 1?
Just because, like, I don't know. I see cards going back into the deck. Like, we discussed the other day, or last week or whatever it was, that everything's getting removed anyway. And they're like, oh, I can bring it back with Leviair. And then they're like, oh, wait. Because really, what decks do we have that are using Pot of Avarice? We have Windups, and what else?
Virtually any deck that utilizes the graveyard, I would assume. I mean, par Chaos Dragons.
I guess.
Even so, Chaos Dragons play it. It's like
Chaos Dragons play
at this
that card?
point, it's virtually splashable. I mean, you can't play it in decks like Heroes. You can't play it in like stupid decks like that. But
That's fairly obvious because they play 9 monsters.
yeah, and you're not gonna want to shuffle back 5 of them.
Right. But
Turn 36.
But I mean, in your standard deck that plays a monster count to like 20, it's...
I mean, like, I think that Pot of Avarice being at 1 is okay, because it's not played in every deck. Because if we compared it to Pot of Greed like we did before, we said Pot of Greed would be in every deck. Pot of Avarice can't be played in every deck. And, I don't know. It's limited.
and that's exactly why I think it's an unfair advantage to those decks. Like, a deck with high monster count will always be, will always have that one
So,
amazing
I mean,
draw that other decks won't. Like,
by the same token, if there was a card that said like, if you had 15 traps in your deck, draw 4, would that be a balanced and fair card because certain decks can't run it?
no, that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. Is that
No, I'm talking... I know, it's the point I was
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to make to James Ward. Just because
Yeah,
one
okay.
deck can't play it doesn't mean it's... like, a card shouldn't be banned because it's splashable. It doesn't really I mean, in some cases it does, but... I mean, just because it's not splashable doesn't... ban. They're really, really good, and they can only be played in certain decks, but they still are deserving of a ban.
Well,
When the amount of advantage Pot of Avarice generates is, I don't know, I consider really stupid.
most of the time,
Think of getting Wind Up Loop and Pot of Avarice. And
most of the time, you don't even have to put 5 monsters back in. You don't even, like, you take 4, like, synchro monsters or something. Like, back in the day, you would take...
throw back 2 Xyz monsters.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
It's not even, that's the worst part of it all.
It's so easy. Like, I mean, in any deck. I mean, I'm just going to name Windups again just because it's on my head right now, but you virtually use 2 cards, bring out a 3rd card, which is your Xyz monster, and activate its effect to bring out a 4th monster. That's 1 Xyz monster turns into 4 cards, which makes your Pot of Avarice almost live off 1 monster, realistically.
Plus, I
I
remember
mean,
when...
speaking of other decks that can abuse it, no one's mentioned Rabbit.
Yeah. They should only have, like, 2 opportunities to use rabbit, but then they end up having 4.
It's kind of like going back to like what
Yeah.
we built that
Is
plant
another
there.
cards like that?
I would say it's been worthy if it said draw 1.
Yeah.
I think when you limit cards, it shouldn't be because they're so overpowered that they should be at 1, but when they're at more than 1, they're unfair. So the 1 isn't making it like inconsistently amazing, but making it fair.
Yeah, I remember I had like this is back like like when Rabbit was just getting really good. The whole thing was like he top decks the Avarice. He had no cards in hand. I'm playing Worms, so I'm winning at this point. And he just goes top deck the Pot of Avarice, play it. I puts 5 cards back. All of them were pretty much Xyz, and then he draws into like Tour Guide and like a Gold Sark, and I was like, fuck, and I lost, and that was just because of that stupid Pot of Avarice. So the more and more we talk about this, the more and more I'm coming into agreement of the fact that it's just like fuck.
I thought that card should have been a long, long time ago.
I think it's about time we get something different. That's just like there's something else to complain about.
Well, I know on the topic of cards we left out, Face, you ended up telling me that you really wanted to talk about the Dragon, but I don't know what we're talking about at this point, but I figured I'd bring it up in case you did.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't have any burning desire to talk about it necessarily, but, like, I just remembered that I left it out. And all I wanted to really say was the card probably should go to 2, but Konami's going to forget all about it, just like I did.
I guess.
It's much less, in my opinion, that they're forgetting about it, but avoiding it.
Yeah, perhaps.
Because I'm thinking, if they were to bring the Breed Dragon to 2, and then Sport or 1 or whatever you want, obviously, you're not going to run more than 1, would Plants be a deck again?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Because then all the
successfully with that bulb. They did before bulb.
Yeah. They also play
Dude,
Titanium.
so-
Which is why I
Xyz more
think that they banned Spore, if you think about it. But
Well, I mean, realistically, the deck didn't make a presence, even with it all being, you know...
yeah. I mean, something tells me that they make the ban lists really early.
They do. They've made it already. They're done.
Well, they make
Like-
it like what?
Yeah.
Like Nats?
Yeah, they probably had it finalized before Nats. Or at Nats.
Probably at Nats.
Probably 5 years in advance. What? Fucking psychics.
Alright, what else do we have on the list?
Alright, well, let's talk about just like the next 3 things that are coming out, which is Return of the Duelist is coming out in a few weeks. The sneak peek will be in 2 weeks. We're gonna get the sneak peek the same week that we're gonna get the ban list information.
Yeah.
Actually, let's backtrack a step to Hidden Arsenal 6.
Oh yeah, Hidden Arsenal 6 came out. That's on my list, but I was gonna talk about that last for some
It's
reason.
like an actual thing in my opinion. It's not like some sort of bullshit that Konami
Oh.
released, like Hidden Arsenal 5.
What came
Yeah.
out in that?
Or Hidden Arsenal 2, 3, and 4.
No, this one's actually decent. There's a few good cards in there. Like I have on here to like talk about like which cards you think are worth picking up, or just like cards.
Do I have any good
stuff.
Evo's in this one, or that's the next
said
set?
Evigishki Marogist, I think.
Yeah, Evigishki Marogeist is my favorite card from this set.
It's absolutely amazing. Like I was playing, and there were at least 3 to 4 situations where I was like, wow, that would come in handy so well, because rather than sending it to the grave, the monster it destroys, it sends it to the deck.
It's definitely a great level 4, almost staple. Like it's on the level of staple as like Appler Operative.
What card
I
is
think
this?
Roach.
I think it's better than Roach in my opinion. Like
What card? What card is this?
Roach is pretty
It
useful
serves
right
different
now.
purposes. If you're playing against something like TGs, this is amazing.
yeah, I think there's more
Or
decks.
Sangan deck.
There's more decks. there's definitely more decks
Just any
that
deck
utilize like cards being super great. I don't know. Every deck can play Sangan, but not every deck plays level 5 or higher monsters.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's almost a staple. And it's got a lot of attack. 23 is not something to laugh
And
at.
21.
I guess it is something to laugh at. My bad.
That's a really funny number.
what card is this?
This is Evigishki Marrowgeist.
Okay. I have no idea what comes in this
So
set.
what the levels have for the deck? The set, I really haven't looked up the set. Lakeside.
I'm sorry, what
Like,
Yeah,
can the deck be
she's-
actually complete by hitting Arsenal 6?
The deck can't be top tier, but I could see someone making a tier 2 variant with Flame Bells or something.
Why, what card isn't out?
The double, it's, let me look up the name, but it's the double, Foolish.
Oh, it's not out? That's the
Yeah.
spell card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to backtrack, but I've been spending, ever since we talked about it, until now to find this, and I found it.
It's the Trinade.
This is the true...
What's the
Your
name?
opponent activates a card effect that would return a card on the field to the hand. Negate that effect, and if you do, send one card from your opponent's hand or side of the field to the graveyard. Or side of the field.
Yeah, oh wow, that's really good.
What card is this called?
When that card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, draw one card.
If they
And it's a counter trap.
If they MST it, you go plus, and if they Trunade it, you go plus. The way I see it, this card paves the way for a perfect Trunade format.
And what is this called?
It's called Rebound.
Alright, sounds good. Bring on Trinade.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get... Return of the Duels comes out the same week as the ban list, so if they were really smart, you know, if they time this correctly.
Alright. That's good. I like that.
Is it in, Return of the Duelist?
It is in Return of the Duelist, and it's not an exclusive.
That's good. What rarity is it? Is it like a rare or a common?
Seems
It's
good.
very...
I'm sure you're very happy you got a trade sign.
I am
It's
very...
common in Japan.
So that means secret rare in America. Now, we're probably going to get it as a rare, in my opinion.
Yeah, it seems like it would
Yeah.
be. It's an ugly fucking card, though.
No, it's cool. It's got a scape going on it, and everyone's playing basketball.
No, I'm fine with the art itself. I just think the colors. It looks like the generic really shitty card that you pull out of a pack.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it. It just has that
Yeah,
look.
the color template could have been better.
It's like pulling an attention.
This card could help versing a Miss Valley deck. Now, don't speak about Trunade in the card tips. Miss Valleys.
Attention, duelists.
Remind me on a future podcast if we ever have another one to talk about card artwork in general. That'll be like our topic.
Wow.
Just I feel like it's an interesting topic. Nobody talks about it enough.
I feel like we'd probably, kind of research for that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Remind me.
I think for the rest we should do some...
Yeah, I kind of just joined this call and it's like podcast. It's like, okay, it's like, I guess podcast.
Well, I probably should have done a little more research for things, but I didn't know Trunade Negator would come up. So
Oh yeah,
that's why we have the internet. Anyway, so yeah, Hidden Arsenal 6 seems like a good set. There's a bunch of good Xyz in there, and there's a lot of like almost good cards that will be good in like a few months or so.
Yeah.
Trent has cool artwork.
Agreed.
Trent's the man.
So yeah, I guess in a few weeks we're gonna get Return of the Duelist.
Yep.
So which has the card Rebound and among other cards. How do you guys feel about that set?
I don't know what comes in it at all.
I'm excited about it. It's really
cool. They had it was in there.
There's Gygios, there's Spellcasters, and there's
I'm excited for Gear Gigant or whatever it's called.
whatever they end up calling them.
It was Gear Giganto X, and then it says Gigant or Gigant. It's just very awkward to pronounce, however it may be.
Alright.
Oh, we're
So-
also getting Madolche, the filler archetype.
Madolke?
No,
Madolche.
Madolche.
Didn't they spell it wrong?
They spelled it wrong.
They
to make us...
spelt it correctly originally, but I guess they figured people would mispronunciate it because there was no H in it, but it actually was like it's supposed to be pronounced Madolche without the H, but I guess they were like, they're too stupid to pronounce this correctly, so we'll misspell it.
Oh, now
Yeah,
it's
they-
actually
Now it's
pronounced.
Madolche.
They basically spelt it out the way that it sounds, and that's...
Thanks,
that's it.
Konami.
I mean, they just found out the name. However, if a French person looked at this, they would say that it's spelled incorrectly.
Yep.
So
The
that's
more-
basically it.
The more you
And
know.
that's the last we're ever going to talk about that archetype, because it's absolutely trash.
The more you know.
So yeah, I'm very excited for the spellcasters that are going to come in there.
The spellcaster
But-
seems pretty good, but I feel like they're like when we've been playing with it, like I feel like it's just missing something. I don't know what.
There's definitely a few things missing because a lot of the cards don't come out until the next pack after Return of the Duelist. But they're playable. They're just not that great.
There's a card in here that I actually wanted to tell you about, Face, and I'm just looking at the set list, and I saw it again, so I might as well bring it up here. There's a card called, I believe it's Compulsory Withdrawal Device.
Okay, I know the one you're talking
That's a thing.
about.
It says Trap, and it basically says each player chooses a card on their side of the field. It might be a monster,
It's a
and
monster.
shuffles it into their deck.
Yeah, I like this card. I mean, I don't know exactly what the practical use of it is, but you know, it's generic good trap. Maybe one day it'll actually do something.
Nope.
I don't know. I think it's cute.
Morph says no.
I mean, I like generic trap cards. I'd like to see what people think of what they can do with them.
I read it before, but I felt like it's gonna turn into like DD trap hole kind of scenario. It's like we're just remove them both. That's good for playing DDs. So I think it's more worth noting that Crystal Beast got some new support, man. And it's like if you somehow can't afford the good field spell, get advanced stuff, make all your Crystal Beast darks.
Oh my god, that's absolutely trash. I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, can we not?
Then it mentions things about Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Dark Dragon, which I'm going to ignore.
Oh my god, that card's the worst.
You can send a Crystal Beast from your deck to the graveyard to take no battle damage from a battle with a Crystal Beast.
If your Crystal Beast would die, which is inevitable because they're Crystal Beast, you could thin your deck of Crystal Beasts because they're useless. So I consider it a very, very useful card in Crystal Beast.
They have so many good cards. Just
No, they don't.
okay, try to tell me that freaking
Alright, they have rare value and they have their fields. So,
So bad. Oh my god.
Carbuncle's really good in theory.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Special summon everything.
Special summon a bunch of other bad cards. It's like
Alright, Crystal Abundance.
That's a good card.
it's like battery.
That's exactly it, of course. It says special summon a shitload of bad cards, but when you first read it, you're like,
More. You know what the problem is? They have what I like to call battery man syndrome, where the deck is really good, like getting out a lot of really bad cards. Like,
Sex sees them all, man.
no.
Fuck 'em, put them together.
Okay, great. Now what?
Make Carbuncle a tuner somehow.
Anyway,
What else?
we're never talking about Crystal Beast again.
Anyway, yeah. Gear Gigant X.
Yeah, that card's gonna be really good.
When does Blue Gadget come out?
It does in this next set. It's called Gear Gigano X, whatever.
Oh, is it? I don't know what the name of it is. I just called it Blue Gadget.
For those don't know, he's a rank 4 Xyz. She takes 2 machines to make level 4s.
Yep, and you detach one to search your deck for a machine level 4 or lower.
Yeah.
And when this is pretty this doesn't matter because the Gear archetype sucks fucking cock, but you can target one level 3 or lower Gear monster in the graveyard and special summon it when this card leaves the field.
Isn't it gonna
Yeah.
be
It's more useful for its effect to detach and
And search for
so
Search
basically
for any
all
machine.
that means is when a scrub is playing Geargias at the local that Face judges at,
Mhm.
he'll get asked if when it's face down and destroyed if it works.
I think
Which
it's
it
more
does.
realistic that Scrubs are playing insert Scrubby machine. Oh, Morphtronics, alright. They're playing Morphtronics, and they X these two staplins together and search for another staplin.
Plus.
Um,
And then jizz in their pants. And
They X these two Dekorchis to get a Bakoichi, and then almost
get a
summon it.
Bokoichi. It's funny because Bokoichi.
well then.
Alright, moving forward.
Yeah. Yugioh X, or whatever they end up calling him. He's going to be a card to look for. He's probably going to be a secret rare. Is that confirmed or no?
No, but I think it probably will be.
There's Madolce Puddingcess.
Ultra
Ultra rare, look out. Big money.
Now let's ignore that and move on.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, ignoring that and moving on to Madolce Chevalier.
No.
Madolce Mudbust.
Stop it.
No. Oh my goodness.
Alright, what else is coming out?
Legendary
Little
Collection 3
Little
has been...
Troopers coming out.
Legendary Collection 3 has been discussed briefly by Konami.
Do you think
Just
that, that Seal of Orichalcos is going to be even relevant?
Before we move on to this, let's talk about the new psychic support in Redo.
No.
Wait, what is it?
Well, it's not actually psychic support, but it's a Chronomally Crystal Alien, which is a psychic. So that means, for all of you that know what I'm talking about, as in me and Face, that means when it's destroyed, I mean, the card's really good. It's when it's targeted for an attack, you can attach an Xyz material, and then all the, then it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and any battle damage you would take from it is inflicted to your opponent.
So basically they'll never attack it ever.
Exactly. But more importantly, when it's destroyed, you can then remove it with Silent Psychic Wizard.
Yeah, I wish I was paying attention. What's this card called so I can pretend to be interested?
We're talking about Trent.
Trent. I already had that in...
Sorry, Trent.
Trent the Jam.
Alright. This is very random, but I'm bringing it up because I can.
No.
It was like 4:30 in the morning one day, and I was, obviously spending my morning, well, night, whatever you want to call it, looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia, and I happened upon this card, and at the time it looked very, 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 very real because it was 4:30 in the morning, and then I shat a brick and cried. And then
Let's see. Scrap Iron Pitfall. Activate only when your opponent special summons a monster. Return that monster to your opponent's hand and set this card face down again instead of sending it to the graveyard. What set is it released in? None.
it's released in nothing, but it was 4:30 in the morning, so I was like, nah.
Seems good. Seems like a good card.
Seems like a, I hope...
I was
So
tomato
if
paradise.
Konami release this card, cry on Pojo and get ignored.
That's cool. That's cool.
This is Faith's favorite card, along with Hypothetical Situation Paradise.
When a player summons a plant-type monster, scroll down.
You started this thing so late.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was watching the Olympics, like the opening ceremony.
You actually watch the Olympics?
Yeah, I do.
Nobody watches the Olympics.
I do.
What is this, like 19... Oh, forget that. What is this, like 1401?
I don't think anyone watched it back then either.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
I follow a good amount of athletes, like throughout the years in between the Olympics. I like watching it. It's really cool.
Okay.
Alright, moving on. Legendary Collection 3.
Yeah, there's gonna be a good field spell in there. Are we here?
So, did we say that, Seal of Orichalcos would be relevant? Because I'm really getting tired of hearing that one guy from Grimm saying, the Seal of Orichalcos, the big guy with the hat, who plays, like, I think he may play dragons. You know who I'm talking about?
I think I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Of course we know who you're talking
Yeah, he's just like, Seal of Orichalcos, it does everything it does in the show. And I'm just like...
Even steals their soul. Alright, this is so far the effect. Looks pretty good. Apparently it disintegrated the last one.
What does it do?
This is just a display mock-up version of the card. We tried writing the text of the card, but the previous mock-up was disintegrated by such awesome power. Only a true, specially prepared Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game card can hold the power of the Seal of Orichalcos. The entire world will see the true power of the Seal of Orichalcos when Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's World.
Ah.
For second.
October 2.
October 2. I didn't understand what he said when he said second. Thank you for clearing that up.
No problem. No, I'm just telling you what the article says.
Well,
So there's a card in Return of the Duelist. Let me return to this. It's called...
Sorry, why are they reprinting Guardian Yados again?
Because they're dumb.
Chronomally.
We needed a Dark
Colossal
Necrophilia
Head.
reprint too.
We needed more Guardian Iados from Dolce.
Damn.
Anyway. What were you saying, Andrew?
Andrew.
I'm on mute. 1 second. Sorry.
Oh, alright, he's having a problem.
Bergen for a second.
Alright. So do we think that when Legendary Collection 3 comes out, Gear Town, Fieldsville...
Yes, I do.
...will be relevant? I kind of just want to go...
Possibly.
Because it comes out with that stupid playmat, that one cardboard, whatever the fuck it is, playmat with, like, the other side is the Seal of Orichalcos. I just want to play the card and just flip the fucking mat. So I can, like, throw my opponent's cards. And just, like, get really angry. I want to be like, I activate the Seal of Orichalcos! And just flip the mat.
It comes with a hard mat, doesn't it? Like an actual...
It comes with a hard mat that I'm just going to, like, flip like a Monopoly board.
Yeah, that's just an excuse for them to make it more expensive. That's really annoying.
It's just an excuse to make me, like, look like an idiot when I'm playing and be a douchebag.
So, they've got some good reprints in here. They have Secret Dark Hole, Drag Down.
Solemn Warning's a common, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Solemn Warning's a common.
Solemn Warning's a common. There's a reprint of Blackhorn. Needed it.
Wait, we're getting Blackhorn in this?
Yes.
Ooh.
No, not Black Corn.
Black Horn of Heaven.
I thought you said Black Corn. You cut out.
Getting a Reckless Greed foil.
Oh, yeah.
Red Gadget Ultra.
Morgan pissed his pants.
Gadgets.
Yeah, we're getting hollowed Drag Down, hollowed Reckless Greed. Everything Darkhold players wanted. That's pretty nice.
Well, they also get their hollow.
They also got a Morphing Jar Ultra.
They also got a what's it called? A Super Upstart in Turbo Pack 8, which seemed good. And they're also getting
They got
Dark Necrofear, man.
They got Upstart.
Your Dark Fiends.
I feel like we don't know enough about. Like,
Yeah, the second.
You don't know about much about what?
We know. All we know is a bunch of staples that are going to be in
Yeah,
it.
he can't go.
Well, they have a pretty
Not go.
okay look. I mean, I'm sure the cards nobody cares about that are going to get reprinted, and we're going to be upset pulling them, but that's about it.
Yeah.
They have alright ones, though. They have, what else do they have? They're reprinting a lot of staples, like Heavy,
and a Gorse token.
Reborn's going to be in there.
Bottomless,
Darkhold's going to be in there.
Dark Hole, yeah.
Oh, well, they're also, don't forget,
Saw something else.
don't forget, they're also
There's Missing
reprinting,
Space Typhoon.
in the description of their article, Konami put down that because you were too young to get these cards to begin with, they're reprinting, like, Ultra Morphing Jar and, like, all these different things. So...
Yeah, they're also reprinting Royal Decree, which is pretty big.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's going to be really nice.
That's an ultra rare.
Nobody...
Soul Take is getting reprinted.
Yeah.
Oh, Ultra Gadgets, even though they were just printed Super.
Yep.
That's pretty nice.
I'm very happy I got rid of mine. But I like Super better, but regardless.
No, I don't like the Supers. Yellow Gadget is not... the
Change's appearance is coming common.
That's pretty nice.
I have like 6 of them.
I have 3 Supers, so I'm good forever.
Seems good. Do you have anything else to say about LC3?
No, there's a lot of good
Mechanical
cards in it.
Chaser Ultra.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Needle Worm's getting a reprint.
Much deserved.
As well as Two-Headed King Rex. So you can play the shittier version for your rabbit.
Yes.
What is that? How much stack does that thing have?
1600.
People should play it just for funsies.
Yeah.
Yes, this link is so relevant.
What?
A powerful monster whose 2 heads attack is 1.
Ah. But honestly, in LC3, I kind of just want that stupid hard mat I can flip. Do we have anything else to say? Or can Morph just play some music on his laptop or computer that'll cast us out?
I mean,
Oh, we're done?
I have like last thing to talk about if you guys want. Like,
Yeah.
If you want to be done, we can be done.
No,
Go.
go for it, Face.
It was just like, I'm gonna just try and give us like a topic to talk about, just random bullshit, basically.
Sure.
Okay. It's a really dumb question, but I think you'll have fun with it.
I think our last question should be dumb anyway.
Yeah, it's just for fun. All right, if you were given $500 to spend on Yu-Gi-Oh, what would you buy?
500?
Yeah, $500.
Would it negate the effect? Would it disregard the effect of Nectar Valley?
Yes, it would.
Okay, then I would. I don't even know what I'd buy. Super bottomlesses. Super Book of Moon.
Got plenty of cats. It's probably like $200. Okay, $300. How many bucks this one?
I'll probably just buy one.
Okay.
And it's 300, so I have 200 left.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeves. So.
$200 of sleeves.
No, just $5.
Okay, so you have 195 left.
195 left. A new deck box for $10.
Okay. You want 185.
One thing out of a dollar binder.
There's one.
Just one thing. It'd be like one spellbinding circle.
Okay.
And probably just like secret tour guides because I think the rares are really really terrible. Since the
Secret tour guides is probably like 180 bucks. 100 right there.
Isn't it only like 150 bucks?
Huh?
Is it only like 150 bucks? I know people are selling them online.
You really want to juice out for another 30? What do you want to spend $30 on James Wood?
Wait, hold on. How much? Alright, let's put them at 180.
If you
You're at 470 then.
If you get first head secrets, they're probably like $60, no?
Alright. We'll go with 60 then. So how much am I at after all that morph?
0.
I'm at.
You spent everything. You're at like $2.
Alright, then just give me like 2 more spellbinding circles.
Alright, sounds good.
So I have a play set.
What about you, Andrew?
Oh, what would I do with it?
Buy all the psychics, all of them, and treads, all the treads.
Every psychic. Each and every one. No, what would I actually do with it? Probably something that's not very relevant.
I'd also buy Advil actually.
Does it have to be spent on Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes, $500 to spend on Yu-Gi-Oh, and you can't just
Ooh,
buy stuff to sell. You know.
Can like unlimited deodorant be a thing so I can just like spray it on people?
Yeah, it's definitely not fucking Yu-Gi-Oh
That's
related.
definitely Yu-Gi-Oh related.
It is not, because nobody wears deodorant.
Deodorant and Yu-Gi-Oh have never been related ever.
Much as it should be. I think
Yeah.
it's limited to like 2 per store.
What would I get?
You can think about it more if you have any idea.
I do. It's not a fun answer, but
What would it be?
I mean, I'd just like to have a lot of hollow staples.
Yeah, all right. That seems about right. That's what James did. That's what anybody pretty much would do, I feel.
Yeah, I'd just like to have, hollow MSTs. Would probably be a priority of mine. I really like super MSTs.
Mm-hmm. That's not much. Like, that's,
Yeah, I know.
Hello, staples.
What's up?
Any amount of money seems like a lot to me.
Yeah, no.
I think everyone would just get a lot of hollow staples because that's really the only solid investment you can make.
I feel like because I already have some hollow staples and I've already invested in them in the past and like I've kind of been there and done that. I feel like my answer is, well, it's not fair because I had time to think about it since I asked the question, but I know that
Tyler the Great Warrior.
I would definitely
$500 budget.
An Advil. Lots and lots of Advil.
You definitely.
I would definitely like I could do this myself, but it just wouldn't compare to like what you could do with the money. I think I'd spend a good chunk of it and like hire an artist and get some nice extended arts, because that's the reason I thought of the question.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this the other day, like how much it would
That's
cost.
the reason. The reason you wanted to form that question is just to tell people. Arts.
You just got me
You
thinking.
still have a fucking time just to say you wanted fucking extended arts?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You best be.
Extended art Trent. Can we call this thing called Trent Talk?
Trent Talk? Okay, I like that name.
I don't, but that's okay. I don't think I like most of the names.
I'm gonna call, alright, whatever I end up calling this podcast, I'm gonna call it Episode 1, Trent Talk. Okay.
Great.
I would really prefer to be called Yu-Gi-Oh Podcast featuring Michael LeBombard, Andrew Bergen, James Ford, and Anthony Valenti, but if you gotta do what you gotta do, go for that Trent Talk. Alright, so
What did you come up with, Bergen, for spending $500?
Staples. We're all really fun, and a lot of people are going to listen to this podcast. That you can see already.
Yeah.
Taylor, I'm gonna say goodbye to Matt Zagilla because he's gonna be the only person listening to this podcast right now.
Effectively.
And who else?
Bad Kenny. And
No,
Miguel.
I think
Miguel
I
will
think
listen.
would have stopped viewing this by now. Oh yeah, Miguel probably would listen to this.
Yeah.
All right, Miguel. Well, go to sleep. Really late.
Play some music to cast us out.
Alright, I'll outro us
Okay.
and whatever.
No. Morph will.
Oh, I see.
Morph
I
has,
guess I will.
Morph has that playlist on, whatever that. This has been Trent Talk. Yeah, we. All right.
I guess it's ended.
All right.
Alright.
This has been
That's-
Trent Talk. That was terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right.
Yeah,
I want to fucking sleep.
we should probably never put that out.
Probably.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Even if you put it out, like I had Matt Zagilla